What is up, gearheads? Lane here with Average Joe's Antics. Welcome back to the channel where we're wrenching on real builds one bolt at a time. In this one, you're going to see us get all the wiring done, the spark plugs gapped, the valves lashed, the plug wires on it, fuel in the back, power, ignition, and by the end of this video, it's going to be running. Yes, that's it. This is the video for the big block to fire up. That being said, come along with me, boys and girls, and we're going to get it done. All right. So, I was wrong on a couple of things last video. I'm going to go through and explain and tell you what I was wrong on last video. These two wires over here that I thought went to the battery or the back of the alternator, whatever you want to say, they do not. I was wrong. I did more research, got to looking. These actually go down to the starter. So these will actually go to the back of the block around underneath the headers and hook onto the starter. One goes on the prong with the positive cable and the switch side to engage the Bendix so it hits the flywheel and rolls the engine over. Boom. Thus, there's the spinning action. So, and the bits that were in this wire for the alternator was actually set up for a jumper wire scenario on the positive prong of the alternator. No issue. Got that figured out. We'll put a jumper wire in there, slice it all in there, heat shrink it all together. Perfect. No issues there. Got that figured out. In this, now, we're going to focus on getting everything wired up and ready to go for when we lash the valves. Now, lashing the valves is going to take some time. There won't be talking when we're lashing the valves. It's just going to be probably a little bit of a time lapse and me throwing some words up on the screen explaining what's going on. So, that being said, let's go ahead and get into the wiring here. I'm going to start right here up front, and then we're going to just continue on and keep hacking away. Okay, that's taken care of. I have a square plug coming for this. So that way it's not just flat blades shoved into the back of the alternator. It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing either, because you don't want them arcing off of each other and causing a mess. Not what we want. So, next step, we're going to actually get the terminal put on the body to engine strap, ground strap. If you don't have a good body to engine ground strap, the electricals on the inside of the car will not work that great. I don't make the rules. So we might have to modify this, or my box over here might actually have a bigger. Nope, same size. All right, modifying it is not a hard issue, not a problem. Can be done, easy, real easy. Now I know some of the wiring still looks like a dang spaghetti mess. It's all going to be cleaned up and moved out of the way and zip tied up and made to look a lot better than where it is right now. It's rough right now, but part of the process. Alright. That down there. This AC wiring. Okay. Now, give me all this. Here. Okay, let go. Alright. That's that. Where's my black? This. Alright. So, these two wires right here, I'm going to have to extend. There's no way around it. These have to be extended up to the battery. These have to go to the battery. Per the instructions of MSD. Again, I don't make the rules. So, I'm just going to follow instructions. So, we're as tight as we possibly can. I'm thinking about you know, I hate to say it, but today might be the day this fender comes off so we can nice and uniform and everything. Man, just get it running. So, here's my thought process and theory of it. I want everything to be uniform, look nice, and not just be a conglomerated mess everywhere. I mean, I could be a conglomerated mess under the dash, up underneath the dash. Nobody can see as long as my feet don't get caught up in it, and I've got it zip tied out of the way. Ain't nobody gonna see it except for me. I know it's there. It'll bug me a little bit, but that won't be that bad as to in the engine bay. You know, if I pop the hood, somebody's like, "Oh, that looks like crap." Yeah, I don't want it to look like crap. So I'm gonna let the intrusive thoughts win on this one, and I'm gonna put enough wire in so that way we can get it running, but go back, take this fender off, get the box out, and then we can make it look how it should, correct, and everything. So, here we go. Yeah. Same thing with the positive, but we're not going to hook the positive up to the positive cable yet. I have to figure out how I'm going to run full power to the inside. I was told I should be able to just take this, touch it full power, everything on the inside gets full power, but I don't know if it shuts off to the key. So I'm going to try that first, and we'll come back. I'm by myself. All right, got this stuff figured out now. I can take this, put a ring terminal on it, and I can put that ring terminal or splice terminal, whatever you want to say, in between here, and then I can run the MSD box into this one. What we're going to do, instead, this thing should all work. then that would leave this right here. This has to run into switched power. So when the ignition switch turns on, it's power to the box, even though the power and ground's already going to be in the battery. Still, I don't make the rules, just the instructions. So, do I add on to this? Run this into this? Because it's technically switched, but that would still be going to the battery. I'll figure something out. I don't want to go that far yet. So do it how I'm thinking about doing it, and that's where we'll go with it. Under here with the old negative. Here with the negative. Got less distance to travel. There we go. And drop it on the floor. That's what we do. Not a professional. Not a professional. Add chicken. A little longer. A little longer. Like that. There we go. Perfect. How I like it. Yes. Twist her up. Put curve in her. Like that. Oop, gotta go to my other box. Oh no! I'm out of them? Shoot! Parts store run. Parts store run, most likely. Shoot! I don't think. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Alright, looks like we're going to the parts store. Okay, back from the parts store. Let's place connectors. Get these, now we can get back to doing what we were doing. This. So, with this on there. Ooh, we actually have too much cut. That's fine. Take this. Nip, nip and tuck here and there. Oh! Ah, well, didn't need them. We do this. Heck yeah, brother! He was jamming. 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 Mm-hmm. Woo-wee. This side. Shit. Shot in there. Get this shot in there. Mm-hmm. Like that. Carefully. This. Right over. Oh, guess what? Fiddlesticks. Ah, weird. How about that? That's fine. Start over. Bink. Not a big deal to start over. Over here doing this crap like a caveman. Dropping wrenches. Wire brushes. Heck yeah. Try this again. That was a lot. That was really too much. But hey, it'll work. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. Ah, it all fell. A lot of stuff fell. To be exact. One thing fell. And it fell in an area that I really hope. Oh, okay. What I was hoping I didn't lose. Right there. Nip them off. This. Do the loop de loop and pull. Oh. Okay. So it's another day. Ran out of time at the end of the ladder. I had people stop by, distracted me. So I just cut it, stopped what I was doing, and I figured I'd finish it another day. That being said, here we are. Um, we're going to finish up the wiring, and I'm going to hook up the starter, fill it with oil, make the carburetor stud, And other than that, and put some 110 octane in it. Other than that, we should be ready to lash the valves. I'm going to go ahead and do a check over everything, make sure we're ready to lash the valves. And then once I do my check to verify, we're going to be sitting pretty high. After that, we're going to have to do our spark plug wires, get all those made up, ready to go. That way, when the valves get lashed, we prime it, put the distributor in it, gap all the plugs, put all the plugs in it, and she'll be ready to roar to life. So we're going to continue chugging right on along. All right, we're back. Let's see. I need this right here. All right, heading into the parts store. Get some of these. So that way we can snap it onto our starter. And it's going to work. So good. That's what I wanted to make sure of. Now, I need to put this onto here. Just like that. Crimps. Oh, shoot dang. Come on, cooperate with me, fingers. Alright. Where's my torch? There it is. Here we go. Alright, that's all ran now. Oh, biscuits. Okay. Snap that back up there. Now, let's slip the positive cable on here. Pick it up. Slip this on here. Grab our nut. It snapped on. Well, it did for a second. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go get a ratchet or a friggin' Don't tell me it's spinning in there now. Ah, you dirty, rotten bastard. Ah! I forgot to hit record like a dummy, but it happens. We got the power for positive down. We got this hooked in. This one hooked up. We have our switch hooked up. So pull this off to the side real quick. I'm going to take you inside the car, and we're going to turn the key. Not start it, but we're going to turn the key. Make sure we have power going to everything, which we should have. When I open the door, the dome light should kick on. We should have power going to everything. And if we do, we know we're on the right track, and then we can go back to the fuel pump and start working on getting it set up to be kick on with a key as well. So that's what we're going to do now. So let's go in here. All right, we got a red light on the box. I don't know if that's supposed to stay on at all times or what, but dome light's kicked on. Let's see here. How about that? We got power to the radio, everything. How about that? We got music. How about that? We got music in here. Let's see here real quick. 1, 2, 3. Got the stock old speakers and everything on it. But hey, we have power. I don't know. I'll have to find out about this red light down here on the MSD box. There's a red light on. This red light right here. I need to find out if it needs to stay on or what's going on with it, because I hooked everything up how it was supposed to. I just don't know if that red light's supposed to continue to stay on. So that being said, I'm going to find more out about that red light down there. Now we're going to go to the back, and we're going to get the fuel pump hooked up, grounded out, ready to go. We're going to dump some fuel in it, and then we'll be ready to lash the valves after my final check. So stay with me. All right. We learned that the switched wire right here can't go here. It's got that red light stays on constant. Can't have that red light on. So what we got to do is say bye-bye. Nip it. Move it. Red light is off. That's what we needed. All right, so now we know that can't be hooked up there. We got to find a new spot. Find a new spot, they said. Find a new spot. I got an idea. We'll try it. There's a wire up here. It would make sense to be a switched wire. I'm going to try it and see how we're going to try it is. We're going to twist them together. Still good connection here. Like, yeah. Yeah. This one right here. Light's not on. Okay. Hot dang! Woohoo! Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I can live with that, boys and girls. I can live with that. We found our switched wire. I'm happy. Perfect, 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 perfect. Q, 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 Q. So that means, pop this off here. And I can take this bad boy and actually cut it down a lot. Where my side cuts go? Ah. Woohoo! See, I was thinking that wire to begin with. I was like, maybe. Yeah, that's where we need to go with it. That's where we're going with it. Heck yeah. We're going to come in here. We're going to nip this bad boy. Bad chicken. Nip it right there. Wire. Spare wire. Hey, that's spare wire right there. Now, we're going to sure you can see what we're doing here. There we go. That's our switch. Woo! We got everything hooked up how it's supposed to be. Now we can start clearing some wire mess out, pulling stuff back through, zip tying everything up. Before we do that, though, I'm going to go ahead and get oil put in this thing. We're right there. Right there. All right, we got Lucas and we got oil in it now. So that's taken care of. That's ready to go. All we have to do is prime. The reason I only put 5 quarts and a quart of Lucas in it because there's already oil in the filter. This is a 7-quart pan. Already got oil in the filter. We should be really close to 7 quarts. The filter alone should hold around a quart. So we should be right there at 7. Go ahead and get the valve cover put back on it. We're going to start zip tying wires up out of the way. We're going to go back to the fuel pump, start running wires up to it. Right there. Right there, boys and girls. Right there. So once we get all this zip tied up out of the way, try and get everything where we need it. So, all right. Okay. Welcome back. Another day. Issues. My camera ran out of storage. I had to go through and delete some stuff, and I just went ahead and continued working. That way we wouldn't be behind. So I'm going to go over what we've got done, and then we're going to write down what we need to get done. The fuel pump is wired up. It is not finished, completely hooked up. I've got to hook it to switch. We have power. I have started my spark plug wires. They're almost completed. I have half done. I got to finish the other half. Let's see. All of our wiring is hooked up as far as being able to power the car and the engine. It's hooked up to the starter. We're essentially ready. Let's see. What we need to do is I'm going to finish getting both fans on the radiator. Before I can get both fans on the radiator, I ordered a new transcooler. Because the transcooler that I have would not work. Simple as that. So, ordered a new transcooler. That should be here the 2nd or the 4th. So once that transcooler gets here, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna write down what we're gonna do now. What needs to be done still. What's gonna be? Let's start with hook up FP, hook up fuel pump. Oh, biscuits. Okay. See. Hook up and wire fans. Let's see. Finish. Plug wires. What else? Put in coolant. Prime engine. Make trans lines. Lash valves. All right. We got 7 things left, and the big block can fire up for the first time. It's going to be great. So, being said, we're going to go ahead. We're going to jump right back in with our spark plug wires. I think that'd be a good thing to start with and finish those. That way they're all cut. They're all ready to go to put them in and be ready for when we prime it, put the distributor in. Oh, I missed one more thing. Make that 8 things. Got to put on the timing pointer. But back to what I was saying, we're going to finish our spark plugs. We already got the plugs gapped. So come with me and we'll get the list done. All right. So, oh, biscuits. I don't think I had this as a cutter. Anyway, here I have spark plug wires on it. What I needed was boots and I needed terminals for the plugs. So I went and bought a whole nother kit. No worries. This is what it is. This is what I needed. These can actually go back in the box and put on the shelf for a save another day. You never know. But what I need to get in here and find out if this piece, the tool, comes with these, is also a cutter. That's what I need to find out. Kind of hope it is. If not, we'll kind of be up Poop Creek without a paddle. We might be up Poop Creek without a paddle here, but I'm sure, me being me, I can improvise something. With that being said, before I go and just start cutting wires, here's how we're going to improvise. Take the longest wire we got right here. Oh, looky there. Actually, this is the longest wire we got. Hey. So, some of it's going to have to be nipped away anyway, but actually, before we even do that, I actually have enough wire left over. Scrap piece. I wish the camera was working when I had the actual tool down here, because that thing was pretty friggin' sweet. How about that? Friggin' genius. Knew I was. Not really. I'm not a professional. Practice on scrap before you do the reel. Why? Because we're gonna nip and tuck here and there. Gonna nip about that much off. Bam. Just like that. Now, we're gonna take this and just barely get into it, twist it, pull it. Pow. Nothing like it, bud. Nothing like it. Now we gotta do it again with a little more, Like that. Twist, pull. Pow. Now, you're supposed to bend this over like so. But before you bend that over like so, come in here. Spark plug boot. Before we worry about this spark plug boot, we got to make sure these bad chickens fit snug, which they do. How about that? On your dibby cap. Perfect. Perfect. Now, back to what I was doing. Before we do that, we need to check. Make sure this, yeah, nice and tight. Perfect. What we need. What we need right here. Cool beans. I'm going to grab a pair of gloves. Now you might ask why? Why you grab a pair of gloves? You just got to get the boot over the wire. Well, the reason why you grab a pair of gloves is because you got to lubricate said wire. What are we going to lubricate said wire with? That is going to be dielectric grease. Stuff is sticky, slick, helps boots slide on so much easier. So much easier. I was fighting them yesterday until I figured out the old technique, if you will. So, it's kind of tricky. So, take our dielectric grease, break our little tab, and it says on here minimum, maximum. We want to do somewhere in the middle, and this stuff will fly out at you like you owe it money. Not fun. We'll do somewhere in the middle. So like right there. And I usually, how I was doing this yesterday, sticking this in there. Hold up. Okay, it's coming slowly but surely. There we go. Like that. And then I was shoving it up here. Like that. And when you set it down, now you take it and you bend it just a little bit. And this goes in here like so. Right out. Now, you save that glob. For your next boot. It's a great cycle. It's fun. It gets your hands all gross. Why put the gloves on? 100%. Why put the gloves on? And after you've packed your secondary boot full, you set it off to the side and wipe your hands off. And now, we're going to get these done. So, that comes out just like that. You come in here. Actually, I think I still have one terminal left over here before we dig into our new one. Yep, right here. Take this. You want to squish it together just a little bit. That way it'll fit inside your tool without bending. And you take your wire, and the piece that's sticking out over the end, you want to bend it back. And slip that on there just like so. Okay? Now we're going to go to the vise, because this is the only way this tool is supposed to work. Kind of sucks, but gotta be how it is, man. Gotta be how it is. Maybe. Yeah, we're going to go to the vise. That other tool was so much cooler. I'll need to see if I can borrow that again, but I think he's down there asleep. I'm not going to go bother him. Man's like my grandpa, always helped me every step of the way on this whole build. Wouldn't be here without him. Like a grandfather to me. Love him like a grandfather. All right. We're over at the vise. We got the tool in the vise. Now, we'll get another pair of gloves. I really shouldn't have took the other ones off, but I did. What are you going to do? All right. Something stinks. Something's on fire. Now, we take our stuff here. We slip it in. Oh, I won't slip it in too far. I don't want to slip her in too far. I think I might need to bend her a little more. Yep, definitely going to have to bend her a little more. No worries. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Whew. Okay. This thing's proven to be a pain in the butt. Really wish I would have kept that other tool. Hey, what are you going to do? Here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to set that in there like that. I'm going to take that, slide it back a little bit. Hey, there we go. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas. Take this spreader, and you want to take your vise, and you want to crump that baby together. And that tool is going to crimp the terminal down onto the wire. I think I got it. Yep. I think we're crimped. Now, next question. Here we go. No. What in the world? This thing's a piece of junk. Not really. I think it'll work. Should work. Now, tool down. Pull our terminal. Just like that. Perfect. Now you get to watch a time lapse of me showing my belly off. Hookah, 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 hookah. Before we even do any of this no more, I'm going to go back over there and I'm going to cut them all to length before I even try to do the crimpity crimp. That's what I'm thinking. It's pretty well crimped on there. The other tool, oh, hey, dummy, you're not supposed to do that. Oh, I guess it'll, okay, we're good. Cool. Cool. Don't do that. I'm an idiot. Okay, I am actually in my home garage now. The end of that video, I cut it and just went ahead and finished everything I needed to finish. Because had I not, I would not have had the storage to be able to show you what's coming next. That being said, the car did not run. I actually had issues. It was a bad day all around. Nah, I'm kidding. The car totally ran. Enjoy this next clip because it's awesome. Told you it sounded awesome, didn't I? Yeah. I'm over the moon and overjoyed. It's been an 8-year in the making with that motor. It was a lot of uphill battles to get it to where it is now. I'm so happy with the sound and how just over the top it is. Over the moon. I still have to tune it, like carburetor regulation. I got to get it right, correctly timed. It's not at the right time. Once I get it set at the right time, I got to get it broke in. Before I can do that, though, I did find an oil leak on the passenger side of the engine from the oil pan, so I'm going to have to address that, take care of that. But once that gets addressed, we'll be able to time it, and we'll be golden. So, that being said, that's going to do it for this one, gearheads. Remember, stay average, and that's all she wrote.